but that is not the commodity that is moving markets for us this morning. It's not black stuff in barrels, it is green stuff in a rich chocolate coating. Right, Summernomics, Dubai Duty Free, has hit a new July record for sales. We are joined by the Managing Director, Ramesh Cidambi. Ramesh, it's lovely to see you. Good morning.
Absolutely lovely to see you, Brandy and Richard, this morning.
July, how much went through the tills?
We did 638 million, and it was the best July ever, 56 million more than last year, and also more than the 602 million we did in 2023, which was a previous record. So this year, we have done record sales in 5 months out of 7 so far. And even the Ramadan, if you take the Ramadan and the Eid together, and as the month moves, of course, it was a record at 638 million. So we could say 6 out of 7 months have been record this year, and of course a record half year for January to June. So we're extremely happy with our business. And more than anything else, Brandy, the sales in July was strong across the board. We did very well in perfumes. We did very well in confectionery, of course, with Dubai chocolate. We did well in gold. We did well in precious jewelry. We did well in watches. The concourses A and B did very well. So it was the strength was across the board in our business.
Okay, I've got a couple of questions about the trends that we're seeing here. But before we get into those, it is almost 10% higher this July than last year. Is that more passengers coming through? Or is it passengers spending more money?
No, the passengers are spending more money. We think that the passenger numbers will actually be flat, or maybe 0.5% to 0.75% higher. But our sales was up 9.7%. The per transaction value, Brandy, is up $9 compared to last year, per transaction. The spend per passenger is up nearly $4. The penetration, the number of people who buy in our shops, that's up 2 percentage points compared to last July. So it's not passengers, it's really the fact that we are able to drive more spend and higher penetration from the passengers who are going through the airport.
Okay. What's your theory as to why that's happening?
The theory is that the staff are extremely motivated and incentivized to do well. They have been working extremely hard. We do 53,000 transactions a day, and it's not because of me sitting in the studio or the management team sitting in the head office. It's really our employees in the shop floor who are very motivated, very driven, and the team in the shop floor, the management team is looking after them very well. And the support we get from His Highness, Sheikh Ahmed bin Said Al Maktoum, in whatever it is that we want to do. I think those two factors are really what is driving the business.
How do you incentivize them, and has it changed?
So what we have done, Brandy, is that we are monitoring their sales much more closely in terms of the budget. We are monitoring it by location, we are monitoring it by till point, and we are incentivizing them as they go along in terms of the sales, rather than wait until the end of the year and then look at what their performance is. So it's continuous monitoring and continuous supervision that is helping them, and they are very aware on a day-to-day basis how they are doing against the budget and how they are doing against last year in their particular location.
Are there bonuses? I mean, is there...
Yeah, we have a bonus system at the end of the year, and then we have a small incentive program during the year. But it's not just the money, it is also the fact that that we are communicating to them in terms of how they are doing and encouraging them to do better, every day that goes by.
Let's look at where you saw some of the bigger double-digit rises. Yeah. And it's at the luxury end.
Yes.
It's watches, it's
precious
jewelry, it's luxury labels.
Fashion, yeah.
What does that tell us?
What it tells us is that the rich are doing well and they are spending. Our per transaction values in Cartier, for example, is $4,500 per transaction. In Louis Vuitton, it's about $1,500 a transaction. So we do about 2 million dirhams in sales across the fashion boutiques that they have. And I also think there's a bit of a comparison effect that last year in the summer, the luxury brands were they had a particularly difficult time. So in comparison to July of 2024, July of 2025 has been very good for luxury, and we are up 11.3% across those fashion boutiques. And the high-value transactions are higher. We sold a bottle of wine, Domaine La Conti, for 190,000 dirhams in the beginning of July. So there are people buying those kinds of things. We have a strong business with our used items or second-hand items, with Reclaim, with the high-value items. That's doing well. So I think our business is quite balanced. We are looking after the high-value items and also all the other things that we do.
Talk to me about Reclaim, which is an unusual thing to have in an airport. You've got we can call it pre-loved, we can call it vintage, whatever, watches and in handbags and two outlets. Who owns those? Are they yours?
They are ours. We buy them on a wholesale basis. We use a company called Reclaim to do it, and they authenticate the items. They make sure that the quality of the items are pristine, but the items are bought by us and sold by us. And what we try and do is to try and get the best quality possible, because as you know, with second-hand items, you can have a range of qualities. We buy what is called pristine, the best one of the best qualities, and sell them in our shops. We sold 150, 160 watches, for example, of Rolex and others. So there is still a good demand. We first started doing that in Concourse B. Now we have expanded it to Concourse D, and then we'll soon expand it to other locations.
We spoke a wee while ago about the need to refresh duty-free to make it look a little newer in areas. Where are you with that?
So we did the arrival shops, which was fantastic. The arrival shops are amazing. We are now doing the renovation of perfumes and cosmetics in Concourse A. That's a big shop, more than 1,000 square meters. We are starting the work in Gifts from Dubai in Concourse A. We are opening a new Cartier boutique in Concourse A in September. We are opening a new Louis Vuitton boutique in September. So Concourse A, Brandy, will see a lot of action and renovation and refurbishment in the next few months.
I can't let you go without talking about Dubai chocolate, obviously. That 50+% rise in confectionery.
Yes.
How much is the Dubai chocolate flavour responsible for that? And does the trend show any sign of slowing down or plateauing?
The trend has plateaued. We did about 25 million in Dubai chocolate sales in July, about 356,000 pieces and about 56 tons, if you want to look at it in grammage. So it is still a strong business across 8 brands: Locali, Fix, Samha, Al Nasman, I Love Dubai, and others. But if I were to put my hand on my heart and say, I would say it is plateauing. It's not dropping, but it is plateauing. And I don't want to overemphasize the Dubai chocolate story, in the sense that if you take the 56 million that we hired from last year, 25 or 56 is from Dubai chocolate, but also the other categories did well.
More chocolate available. Ramesh, Cidambi. Dubai chocolate, not the only fruit. Summernomics and Dubai Duty Free with its new July record. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Dubai Eye 103.8.
Join the conversation.